Welcome back, everybody. Hello. Good to see you again. As I fade out the Samurai Shodown 3 soundtrack. So good. It's actually one of the first games I got. Like, I got a whole bunch of games for my Sega Saturn when I first got it. Because the store was basically getting rid of them. It was like 1998, I think it was. And my parents got it, like, I knew that they had it there. Stuff had been sitting for a while. It just wasn't moving. I was like, told my parents, like, hey, you know, Sega Saturn would be cool for Christmas. I'd like to have that. I list off some games and stuff. I didn't think they were going to get every single thing, but they did. They got, like, the system, Samurai Shodown 3 and 4, which is together, bundled together, Deep Fear. It came with Daytona USA, Virtual Cop, and Virtual Fighter 2. And also X-Men, they got X-Men vs. Street Fighter. They got the 4 megabyte RAM cart selector, so you can play all the import games, the fight stick, all for like $120. It was a steal of a deal. I'm still surprised that they managed to get that. So, I played Samurai Shodown 3 in the arcades. I was familiar with it, but did not play 4, because where I lived at the time, we didn't have a arcade that had it. So, it was kind of fun to be able to play these games suddenly at home and have them be pretty good quality. So, I decided, 3 is one of my favorites. I actually own the actual MVS Neo Geo cart for it. So, I figured, what the heck, let's play these games and probably be terrible at them and, Neo Geo hard, but let's get to it. And RetroArch should be popping up on screen. There we go. Like, come on, RetroArch, I know you're there. Now let's get you centered on screen. It's too big. Here we go. That's better. So RetroArch now has the ability to go through and actually emulate Sega Saturn pretty well with the different cores. I found that with this game that it's kind of finicky. So that's number 4. This is number 3. I actually ripped these games myself from my own personal collection. Didn't download them anywhere. Just took it off the shelf, put an image burn, created a bin queue, and there you go. Pardon me. So the core I found that works the best for this game is Sega Saturn, the Chronos core is what you want to use, or whatever they call it. That seems to be the best one to run it. Yaba Sanshiro is a newer one I've seen in here. It just popped up the other day. It doesn't seem to run it too well, but this seems to be the best overall. Gotta love that BIOS. Now, of course, if push comes to shove, I can't actually play these on SSF, the emulator, because that does read CDs and games directly. But unfortunately, the ground has some kind of graphical error that's never been fixed. Now, the biggest kind of disappointment for me a little bit in this version of the game, the Sega Saturn version, is that there's no sound test mode, unfortunately. You just have the audio, you can change it to mono or stereo. Stage select and disable, I'm betting that's probably just for either like versus mode or maybe you have to beat the game. It's been a while since I've actually played this all the way through my Sega Saturn. But the Japanese version of on PlayStation and the American version as well, this game, while sped up 150%, it's bizarre. I don't know why they chose to do that. It has a sound test function in here, so you can listen to all the tracks, but you can't access the one hidden song, which I might play a little bit later. The difference is, though, however, is that you can take a Sega Saturn game and put it into a CD player. You can pretty much do this for every single Sega Saturn game. I haven't come across one that doesn't work like this. Put it in a CD player, put it in your computer, it will play all the music. So you can actually listen to the music anytime you want. There's like 36 tracks on this CD. It's pretty cool. Alright, level, normal, easy, very easy, beginner, expert. This game's kind of cheap. I don't know why they have MVS as 5, because 4 is what it normally is. But I'm not too great at this, but I'm going to have fun. We're going to try it out. Now, in this game series, I have two mains. I have Genjuro here, and I have Ukyo right down below. Those are like the two that I normally tend to use. I'm just playing casually, by the way. I'm not the best player at this, so if you want really high-level play, definitely go to Fightcade. It's like, Fightcade's dying out. I never understood these. Let me translate these real quick. Give me a second. Let's see. Pause toggle. Here we go. Because I know, like, you have normal... These, I think, are blocks for what it is. Because you have block, and you have, like, normal, and then beginner, which I think automatically blocks for you. Let's see. Okay, so this is automatic defense. So basically the computer will block for you. And we have expert. I think I see the word impossible. I'm going to pull out my phone just to translate faster. Okay, I did see impossible. Okay, so there's also... Oh, cool. Okay. All right, so I've had this game for like 22 years now, 21 years. Never really knew what these were. Actually, yeah, because like when I played on my Neo Geo, I could swear it just says like, hey, beginner, expert, and automatic. Because it's like I own the actual MVS cart of this game for my actual physical... I own an arcade machine for a Neo Geo. But 21 years later... So expert, no blocking, but your power gauge is constantly at max, so you can do super moves all the time. Okay, cool. So I learned something today. Neat. All right, and looks like it dropped frames. Boo. Twitch, you suck. All right, we're gonna go to normal. And if anyone's lurking, you're more than welcome to lurk. I always welcome lurkers to my chat. But if audio needs to be fixed for whatever reason, lower or... you know, louder or quieter or whatever, please let me know. That's the only thing I ask of you. If you want to go back to lurking, that's fine. I won't talk to you. It's all cool. Let's see. 4RAM cart's already on. Perfect. Let's just leave it the original resolution. Gotta find out where my keys are, too. Okay, so that's dodge, that's light, it's medium, it's kick, hard's way up here. Oh, crap. Okay. This game still relies a lot on counters. It wasn't be until like number 4 that they kind of changed it up a little more. Actually, I'm going to see if I can figure out how to get back to the menu. I thought there was a way. Nope. I need to change up my buttons. It's a little bit too weird for me from the default. Unfortunately, let me check my email while I'm restarting this game real quick. Reset. That I'm waiting for Castlevania Games to ship my Sega Saturn controllers to me. They still haven't shipped them, which is not surprising. I mean, the Castlevania games, I have a huge love-hate relationship. I love them that they have all these things available, but they never ship them out on time ever. I'm still waiting. I've been waiting now, actually, shoot, since October of last year to get a working retro tank from them. Still waiting. Ordered the... Yeah, so it was supposed to ship out March 15th of last month. Missed that ship date. Now they said, okay, well, we can ship it out to you now, but it's just going to be the thing itself. It's not going to have the case. It's like, give me the damn case. I paid for that shit. It's like, don't screw me around here. Just give me what I paid for. So now they're trying to say, hopefully by the end of this week, they can ship the retro tank. As for the controllers, they said they just got them in 2 days ago. They were supposed to ship out on the 3rd, so they're almost a week late with that again. Does it let me do edit? Yes, okay. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Light, medium, strong, strong kick. C is up there. Okay. RetroArch is really funky for buttons. I love RetroArch. It's become a lot more stable than ever, and it's playing so many things so much better, and I really do love it now. I used to hate this with a passion. But the thing that still needs a lot of work is their controller section. If you try to go in and change any of your buttons, it's a nightmare to figure out what you need to change. So right now I'm using a fight stick, but it's kind of wonky. But this should be a lot better. Okay, so this is normal, and then there's bust. Bust move, other than giving you a different color palette, does give you some different attacks as well. I think that the bust version is less on projectiles and more on kind of like rushing fast. But I can't remember overall if there's a difference in like power output or damage taken. This game I usually stick with this version. Alright, so tip number 2 and more rambling. I have to say, I'm also pretty impressed with this emulation. This is actually running and loading as fast as it normally does on the real Sega Saturn. Ooh, Masa, you're a jerk. Okay, what's my overhead? That's the overhead. Okay, got the combination now. I should have the ability to charge. Okay, it's all 3 attacks. Got it. Okay. So this actually emulates quite well. It's about the same loading speed as well, so... Here loves to block everything you do. That didn't combo, really? Ugh. I could have sworn you used to be able to combo right into that. By the way, if anyone shows up, or if anyone's lurking right now, if you do not have RetroArch on your computer and you want to get it, let me know. I actually have a link to it on my G drive. It contains the latest version 1.7.6. It contains a zip that has all the BIOSes you'll need, so you can play Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, GameCube, PlayStation. You can play everything that you're playing, that you see right now, and more. And also a detailed installation guide that will walk you through step by step on how to get it set up, because it can still be a little daunting to do yourself. Let's see. So I got Super up here. Let's try... There we go. Because like I said, like RetroArch is really good. I'm very, very happy with it. Alright. Looks like Twitch is having a problem. Give me 1 second. I'm going to try to see if I get this sorted out real fast. So I noticed on my stream, on my feed of everything here, it just basically completely locked up. But so if you said anything, I apologize. I may not have seen it. Like I said, Twitch is putting out on their Twitter that they're having problems. So that could be a real possibility too. But if something's wrong, by all means, let me know. Okay. There's overhead. The thing I love about this game one of the most is the soundtrack. It's amazing. Only gave me 1 slash, huh? Okay, that was a weird bounce. Oh, Poppy hit me. Okay, I had to look at the replay field. Yeah, this is like input reading even worse than the Neo Geo version. This is like impressive. I can barely get a hit in. I remember thinking that back when I got it, I'm like, it can't be this hard, and it really isn't. I mean, like I said, been saying multiple times, and I apologize. I'm kind of rambling tonight, but like I actually owned the MVS version of this game. I actually owned the real arcade thing itself. So let's turn it down. Let's just see what very easy is, just for grins and giggles. So that way it's just not me dying constantly. Unfortunately, there's no training mode for this version of the game on Sega Saturn. I know for the 4th game there is. Oh, this is my favorite freaking soundtrack. The music for this level. Oh. Pardon me. I actually learned how to play this on piano back when I was in high school. Okay. So where's my fireball? Okay, that's kind of weird. So, my strong attack is the only one that does... Trying to do like fireball. Seems kind of inconsistent. Okay, so it's backwards. That's right, in this version of the game it's backwards fireball or dragon punch motion. You can only do it for medium or light or medium. Alright, we're going to put it on beginner. Here we go. Beginner mode. Can I do it? Can I defeat one person? Can I win a single round? Is the question now. Place your bets now. I would bet against me. Ukyo. Yeah, so like the music where you have like before, like the death and dying music is actually, that's an emulation error. There we go. Finally got a super. Oh, that should have sliced you in two, buddy. Okay, that's an emulation error. Oh, stupid swallow cut. This game's a lot more fun when you play against another person. I mean, it's probably been like 2 or 3 years, I think. Yeah, it must have been 3 years, because I was back in my crappy apartment. I was just kind of starting off streaming again, actually. I had streamed for a while, then I kind of gave it up, didn't really like it. Then I saw a streamer by the name of Yellow Killer Bee, who is currently on a hiatus from streaming. I really hope she comes back, because I did enjoy her streams quite a lot. But she kind of showed me, you know, they're like, yeah, streaming can be fun. It doesn't have to be stressful, and because I didn't like it at first. I really didn't. Well, that's gonna be a major setup. Yeah. But I was playing this on Fightcade with people in chat. That was fun because I know my friend Ronnie is like really into Samurai Shodown, so we played a couple matches. All right, let's switch up to Ukyo. Hey, it's Pico. How did your practice go? You can also freak people out too. Like you can throw a fake apple like you're going to do your chop move and then not do it. I remember his dive move. It's got like this. That's not it. Perfect. So when is the run? I know it's coming up, not too far. Ooh. Oh, wrong super. Executioner, thank you so much for the host. Good to see you. How am I doing? I'm alright. I put on a new pain patch today, so it's starting to take effect. Saturday, okay. Now, Saturday your time? Because I know that, like, when you take a look at the schedule for Speedy Fist, so like change it to wherever you are in the world. Yeah, so if it's 1 p.m. for you, it's Sunday. That would be like around probably 9 o'clock in the morning, I think, where I'm at. So his is still the airborne one. Oh my god. Yeah, if you got a link for like Speedy Fist, like Marathon or anything there, like for the schedule, feel free to post it in if you want. Alright, now, what I'm actually going to do, because it's been a while since I've actually played this game, I'm going to take a look at the move list. While the game sits there for, because like I said earlier, actually, I have burned what I'm playing right now through RetroArch because it doesn't read CDs currently. They have a bounty for it, but they don't have it in there right now. It doesn't support it. So I ripped my own discs. Because this is one of the ones I own, so take a look at the instruction manual. Remember when instruction manuals were things? Oh man, I feel old again. Alright. Pause! Alright, so taking a look at instruction manual. Jump. Oh, that's what I was doing wrong. Okay. That's why that wouldn't work. Okay, because I remember he had another... Ukyo has like a different type of super. It's like forward, back, forward, and like C or Z. And you basically run forward super fast, do a bunch of slashes, but that's only in burst mode. That's why it wouldn't come out. Okay, there we go. Thanks, Fico. So, yep, it's automatically adjusted your time zone. I love that people program that in now. So let's take a look. Let's do a Control F for Ultra. Yeah, so it'd be, oh yeah, it'd be like 6:54 in the morning, but you know what? I will get my butt up to watch that. So that's going to be great. Incentives, one-handed speedrun. I am going to have to see how to meet that incentive because I want to see you do that. Alright, so taking a look at the move list now. Forward fireball. Actually, his burst version has less moves, but it has the better super. Okay. Alright, got it. And, yeah. Alright, let's do this. Again, for the second time. Every time. Oh no, if you're going through the trouble of doing one-handed, we're gonna do it. One-handed Keith player. Oh crap. Not cool. Oh! He caught me with that super. Yes, this is Samurai Shodown 3 on the Sega Saturn. It never came out in the United States for the Saturn, so this is an import copy, which is actually I got with my Sega Saturn. Because I got this game, 3 and 4 were bundled together for the version that I have. And 3 is one of my favorites. It's a lot of fun to play against other people, but this version of the game is insane for input reads. It's like even worse than the Neo Geo version. And I tell people, like, I actually know that for a fact because I own the Neo Geo version. I own a Neo Geo arcade machine. And this game, so... Yeah, 5 I never really got into. I have it on a flash cart type deal, like one of those multi-ROM carts they make for the Neo Geo. So that's how I'm able to play 5, because even on like the MVS version, the game's stupidly expensive. Especially like 5 Special, which is pretty much what they're doing. But it's... I never really got into it. I never quite figured it out, because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in that game with like timing and counters and like, I mean, you can kill people with one hit if you hit like do a strong enough attack and hit the counter with it. Yeah, 2 I didn't really play a whole lot. Because, I mean, I played it in the arcades every once in a while. It just felt like too much like number 1 for me, really. So, I didn't really get into it. I said 3 I definitely enjoyed. I love the soundtrack for 3. For this game, it's amazing. And, of course, 4 I didn't get to play in the arcades because my local arcade at the time didn't have that machine. I didn't really have a Neo Geo, which is kind of weird for an arcade. But, of course, I had the home versions, which were just about perfect, so... Yeah, a lot of times, if there was an arcade that had it, it'd always be 1 or 2. Usually I'd see 1 a lot more. How are you hitting him at that range? That's bogus! Yeah, 3 still relied a crap ton on major counters. You know, and what I don't get like with the new Samurai Shodown collection is that that's still an awesome throw. They're putting 5 and then 5 special in. It's like, okay, if you know that like 5 is not the best version it is, you're gonna go with special, then why even bother putting it in? It's just a waste of space. I would say put in Samurai Shodown 6 that came out on the PlayStation 2. Put that in there. That'd be cool to see. I'd be for that. Yeah, it's like when I've seen it before, like Neo Geo collections, like you'll see Metal Slug 2, and then they'll have like Metal Slug X. It's like, X was the better version of the game. Oh, that tracks. You gotta be kidding me. Of course, I landed super at the last second, the game doesn't care. But I mean, it's like Samurai Show. Okay, Metal Slug 2 was a completely broken game. It ran like, because gameplay was tied into the frames per second, it just chugged. It ran ridiculously slow. It just was not good. It was a major problem. Arcade operators and people who bought Neo Geos were complaining about it. So they actually went through and fixed a lot of the code, sped up the game. There was still a lot of slowdown. But then they put it out and it's called Metal Slug X, which is basically the fixed up version of 2. And I see compilations and they're like, we're gonna only have like Metal Slug 2 and Metal Slug X. It's like, why are you putting the shitty version of the game in there? It makes no sense. Yeah, like I said, 2 would, Samurai Shodown 6 would take a lot more work. I mean, it was originally a Thomas Wave, but they did port it to, what is it? PlayStation 2, that's how I've played it. Ugh, hitbox. Yeah, it's like, why are you putting the crappiest versions in there? It just doesn't make sense to me at all. Things that I would not do if I was in charge of doing these things. Like, just if you're going to take the time and the effort to put those other games on there, just do them all. You know, do it right. B. Okay. Actually, it's a lot better, thankfully. The mini's actually being done. It's not being done by Act Games, so it's not gonna be total garbage. But once again, game selection's kind of weird because like Japan's getting Sonic 2, which I think a lot of people like Sonic 2 better than 1. We're getting Sonic 1 here in the States, so it's like, okay. My big question, though, is with the Sega Genesis Mini that's coming out, is, like, are they going to fix that input or the delay problems? Because I remember that just absolutely just wrecking it for me. Was, like, the Sega Genesis Classics, like, you can get, like, on through Steam and stuff. Those are, like, full of input delay. It makes them almost unplayable for me completely. I'm used to playing on emulators, a little bit of lag and stuff, but I mean, those ones on Steam are horrendous. So hopefully they don't have a problem with it. Hopefully they get it, you know, as low as they can. Yeah, exactly, Executioner. I think we got it too, I think? Sounds familiar? But also another weird choice is, like, we're getting, like, Japan is getting 2 different versions of the system. They're getting a... That's my strong. They're getting a... Why is that not putting out moves? They're getting one version, like, where you can basically... It has one controller, and then another has 2. But their controllers are the 6-button controllers. We're getting 2 controllers automatically bundled in with it for one price, and then we're getting the 3-button kidney controller instead of the 6-button, which is far, far better. I mean, the 3-button controller was no slouch, but the 6-button control is a lot better. Like, the D-pad is really good on it. That's still what I use on my actual Sega Genesis console itself. Yeah, I think they're pretty good. I mean, people are complaining. What I don't get is when people complain, like, oh my god, they don't have X game on here. It's like, just hack it. It's like, put it on yourself. You know this thing's going to be hacked. It's a question of time, not if. It's like, they don't have the game you want? Fine, put it on there. Like, I want Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I love Sonic 3. I know it's probably not going to be on there, but guess what? If I buy one, I'm going to hack the hell out of it. I'm going to put my own games on there. I'm going to add Quackshot. Hey, I finally won a round. Yeah! Through like 40 minutes. That translates into, I need a haircut, please help. Okay, am I fighting Galford? No. Yeah, so other than like the weird sound thing where it starts to play a different track, this is actually emulating quite well. It's not what I wanted to do, game. That's his death blow. Holy crap. I was holding back on that, by the way, as soon as before the round even started. Yeah, this version of the game, like I say, it's completely broken for playing against the computer. It input reads like I said, literally input reads worse than the Neo Geo version. What is his move difference? Okay. In a moment or two, I'm actually going to switch up and put on the PlayStation version just to show you the difference. PlayStation version runs at like 150%. Rumor has it, I've seen it kind of like confirmed and not confirmed depending on where you go, who you talk to, about like why the game runs so radically different. It's like, from what I've heard from different places, like, it's like they decided to do it themselves that fast, or Sony said, hey, make it faster, we don't want a slower paced game. But the game runs crazy, crazy fast. Game is crossing me up. What? I love how it's actually interrupting my supers. Alright, so this is Samurai Shodown 3. Like I said, pretty much busted against the computer. If you play against another person, you're going to have a lot more fun. Now I lame it out. Ooh. He'll feel that in the morning. I'm sure he's fine. See, even right there he said, walk it off, scrub. Galfor! He's got great music too. Galfordo! Okay, two-hit dizzy. Right into the super. Oh, that's finally worked. Pretty much. Because if you land like a super on a counter, it's just like, it's horrendous the damage you do in this game. So like 5 is the only one I've seen that really like does even more. Okay, that was weird, like my super disappeared for a moment. Well, thank goodness his dog wasn't here to see that. Oh, this is my second favorite music in the entire game. I actually taught myself how to play the song on the piano many, many years ago. 180% counter hit. Of course the computer will do that. I love it like the fireball just stops right at her. Oh yeah, Bostro's got a great one too. Yes. Please come out to watch your little sister daughter get murdered. Oh, okay. So let's switch it up for a second. We're gonna go and we're gonna try the PlayStation version. I can't remember if I scanned it in or not. I did! Alright. Yeah, this is, it's special. Ow. Okay, you can let go of the BIOS sound. There you go. This loads like crazy. Pardon me. So like I said, like, we can do... You actually have a sound option here in this one. You can listen to the entire soundtrack as it is, because you couldn't do it normally. You couldn't take this CD, like this game, and put it in a CD player and play it like you can the Sega Saturn version. So it was nice that they put that in here so you can still listen to the music. Alright, let's see, controller. Let's see. Light, medium, strong, kick. So you may notice that this game's going to be running kind of fast. It does do that normally too. It shows you the initial screen, then it goes to loading. I don't think I have, and I don't think I turned up the loading speed either. Let me check, just double. No, it's still the native speed for loading, so. I don't know, I have the Japanese version. It still plays really fast. Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm not dashing here. This is not an emulation error. This is how fast the game runs. Yeah, I really wish that, turn on the game a little more. I really wish that RetroArch, somebody figured out how to put in a CD player for it yet, because it's still an open bounty. But yeah, because like I said, the Japanese version still seems like it runs faster, but I remember seeing a video on it. It might have been the same one you're talking about, Executioner, whereas kind of listening to the differences, but yeah, it's like, American version of this game just runs stupidly fast, but it's not broken like the Saturn version with the constant input reads. Yeah, Sonic Fighters, I don't know, might be better. But yeah, this is the lovely, lovely version. You wretch. I tried CD last year. That was kind of like alright, middle of the road, and it was like a nightmare to try to get off my computer. It's like, actually I had to like contact them directly on Facebook. I'm like, listen, get this shit off my computer now. It's like, you're gonna walk me through how to get this stuff out of my registry. And they're like, what? I'm like, don't act dumb, do it. They're like, okay, just give us a minute. Oh, I thought I was gonna end. Excuse me while I charge up my power. Oh, the slowdown. All right. So I've seen that. I do know of one emulator that can read off discs that I have currently on my computer. Give me a second. I'm actually going to grab my Japanese version of this game. We're going to pop it in. Alright, let's see. Pepper Hunter D, Lupin. Samurai Spirits. Dragon Ball GT. No, we ain't doing that. Sweet, I need to actually put that in there a little bit better. I have the Obi for this one too. Okay. So I don't think I have... Oh, I do. But which one is it? Let's find out. I know you're looking at a black screen right now. Be just a second. Let's try 2. EPSXE is another one I have on my computer. It seems to kind of work. It used to be kind of like the better one that you could do, but not so much. Run CD-ROM. Here we go. Okay, it looks like it was set up. Good. Hey, Mollusk. Samurai Shodown, more like Samurai Snowdown. Oh, sick burn. Here we go. Mode Japan, USA. Let's see. It's not... hold on. Gotta configure the inputs. And of course, to do that, you gotta exit the emulator. You gotta reload the emulator again. Alright, configuration, gamepads, port 1, pad 1. RetroArch, calm down. Okay, that was weird. I just closed it out and I shouldn't have done that because I was showing it in English and I've never seen RetroArch put the Japanese version in English. Whoa, what? Excuse me? Okay. Sorry about the delay. Here we go. Round 2. Run CD-ROM. Right. Let's see how this does it. Loading. Now loading. See, we don't have like the pulsing loading like we do American version. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is just an emulator problem. This is not the game. Now it's Samurai Slowdown. Yeah, EPSXE 2.0 doesn't like this. 2.5 is really kind of weird. Like, it plays some games better than others, just doesn't. So I have both of them on my computer just for whenever I need to switch back and forth. But now I just use RetroArch for almost everything because those cores are so awesome now. Yeah, this isn't going to run at the right speed. Shovel. Well, I'll be damned. Well, Executioner was 100% correct. Yeah, so the American version of this game runs 150% speed. Japanese version runs correct speed just about. I said, taking into account like emulation error, this seems like it's a lot better. Alright, exiting out of this nonsense. Do I really want to quit? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I want to quit. Alright, let's reload RetroArch, and we're going to switch over to Samurai Shodown 4. Get this back on the screen. RetroArch, come back to me. I love you. Didn't mean to hit you in the head with a shovel. There we go. Alright, and we're going to center this bad boy. And reset core. They lowered the animation frames US version. It was sped up, yeah, quite a lot. Let's see. Chronos seems to run this one the best. Well, at least on 3 it did, so we'll see. So I'd still love to play these on my actual Sega Saturn, but of course, you know, Castlevania games can't ship anything on time. Even if it's over a month late, still can't do it. Tam, he comes back. Alright. So here's a cool thing I like about this game. English. It's default English, and this is a Japanese version of the game that did not come out here in the United States. You can put in Japanese, English, Spanish, Portuguese. This is where I was like, oh my god, I love this, because this is one of the first games I ever had for my Sega Saturn. Actually, it was the first ones I had for my Sega Saturn. I'm like, it's in English? What? Excuse me? Alright, so light, medium, strong, kick. Okay, and Sega Saturn options. These are just like basically speed up loading type deal. You can basically, so it doesn't, just gives you like a list of the characters instead of actually you know, showing you who they are at the portraits and stuff. That's all it does, really. Okay, here we go. Start to return, exit. And look, it's got a practice mode, something that 3 definitely could have used. We'll do it against Super Saiyan God. Ooh, that's not right. Right to start. Let's see, I might need to change the cores. Switch it up. This game, I think... Yeah, we're gonna have to try a different one in a second. It's overhead. Alright, so let me try switching out to a different one. We're going to try the Beetle Core, or whatever it is. Whatever they call these things here. What do they call them? Yeah, there's core updaters. Okay. Let's see. Sega Saturn. Core Association. Run. Let's try Beetle. Because I remember 3 Beetle had screwed up sound. But we'll see if that's the case here for 4. I think this used... I can't remember if this uses the 1 or the 4 for the Megabyte cartridge. But I tell you though, those like Sega Saturn games that use the 4 MB cartridge, oh my gosh. So amazing what they're able to do. Okay, that fixed the problem. Just throw out a fake apple. That's the move. Okay. So let's try playing against the game now. Did I put in... Is this still in English? It is. Excellent. Very good. Game start. So the two new characters in this is Ice Dude and Fire Dude. Fire and ice. Hang on, Hazuki. I'll save you. Like I said, this blew my mind. It's like, what? It's in English? You plan to go, even if I object? Very well, you can go. It's also English, I should say, too. Thanks, big brother. Arigato, Ani-chan. Goodbye, Denki desu. Kudetsatsu. Alright. Yube! The Yagyu clan. I'm on a mission for the Shogun. Move now! Now move or die. Okay. Emulation problems. It's all good. It's all good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Yube's just disappearing, but he's okay. He's fine. I don't know why you're freaking out about it. Seems okay. That's a throw. Alright, Fico, see you later, buddy. Have a good one. Victory! It's not victory, it's Victory. Kazuki. If only I knew where he was. Alright, CX, thanks for dropping in. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem again. Alright. Let's see how bad we'll see how far down the rabbit hole we can go for visual problems. Remember, there's also a move where you can blow yourself up as this guy. Power without justice is bad news, dude. Okay. Yep, there it is. Haha. Yeah, alright. Let's see. So, we know that Chronos isn't going to work. Let's try Yaba Santoro, see if this works at all. Will it actually display correctly? It's a big question. Yeah, so no matter what I do, pretty much, unless I play directly from the game, I don't know if how this is going to work with SSF or not. Let's try it. Drive, mount, emulation, Saturn, ROMs. It's weird, it's only like player 2 that does that. Okay. So like I said, I actually own these discs, and what I'm playing on right now is actually one I ripped myself. So I'm going to pop 4 into the drive of my computer. We'll try it out in a second. Yeah, that's not going to work either. Super slowdown. Alright, let's fire up SSF real quick. And hold on to our butts that maybe it might work. Okay, so let's take this and hear that bottom bar. There we go. Okay, that's a good sign. Okay, it looks like it's decent okay so far. Drum roll. Alright. Found a solution. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. We're getting somewhere, I promise. I mean, it's not one of my streams unless something completely goes horribly wrong, and it usually does. Let's see. Up, down, left, right. A, B, C, X, Y, Z, L, R, start. And then skip all the rapid stuff, because we don't need rapid fire inputs. Okay. Okay, we're gonna reset. Well, not really reset, but just get out of here. Alright, so it looks like we might be able to get somewhere tonight. Alright, good, good, good. Pad set. We do light, medium, strong, kick. Alright. One last time, then we're going to jump right back into the game and actually get going with stuff and try an arcade playthrough if I can. Let's see, Yubei. Alright, we are good to go. Excellent. Alright, so Game start. Let's see. Let's see if I can get my butt kicked by the computer. That's probably going to be a definitive yes, it will. Now, this game was also ported over to the PlayStation. Did not come out in the United States, as far as I'm aware of. And I've actually seen it. It's kind of weird. Like, it loads between, like, every level. It stops load for a second. Like, if you went around, it loads for about another 2 seconds. And the music starts over. And then you have, like, a ton of missing animation. But, like I said, I can't remember if this... Let me check the back here. Okay, yeah, this game actually... This is actually using the 4 megabyte cartridge. I'm surprised. Because a lot of games that use the 4 megabyte RAM cart for the Sega Saturn, like, eliminated loading completely. Oh, Gentle Traveler, do you know the demon? I think you know too many drugs, kid. Victory! If I need to adjust the audio or anything, please let me know. I'm more than happy to do that. Oh, I jumped right into that super. Okay, still emulation problems, got it. Understood. Burn in Hades flames. Ooh, I like it. Speaking of 4 megabyte games, I actually bought another one, shipping from Japan, of course. It's Vampire Savior, the Vampire Lords, I think it's called. Oh, okay, Koshiro, let's see you. Don't disappear on me, buddy. Yeah, so pretty much no matter what emulator you use, you're gonna have problems. But this does seem to be running more consistently than the RetroArch ones. And I'm also playing it directly off the disc, which is another bonus. Because if I were to do this, like the ripping tools I have, put everything into bin and Q files, and SSF does not read... I don't know, sometimes it has problems with like bin files and reading Qs, like even if you put it on a virtual drive. So, like, when I tried earlier, it just wouldn't play the music. I don't know what my button is to charge up. Okay, here we go. Let's Blade Boogie. Alright. Let's do that. Blade Boogie! Disappear! I have to say, this is quite interesting. He's got invisible projectiles, he disappears himself. So, as you notice, you can do like this really super strong version of your super, but it destroys your power bar, and it's like, it's gone. You can't use that again for, well, at least until you're done with this fight, so. something you gotta keep in mind. Like, you can sacrifice it for bigger gains if you land a super, but if you don't, then you're hosed. So, risk and reward. Crap, they absorb back in. Oh, okay. I'm sure that was interesting and amazing whatever it was that happened to me. That looked like a super almost. Oh no, I DI'd. You gotta wonder how many times like Homaru like screwed up trying to catch that with like his sword and his scabbard after throwing it in the air and just like took his hand off or cut it all to hell and back. Ukyo. So I definitely love to stream this again when I finally get my Retro Tink. And actually do it on the real console itself, because I've been dying to do that. This ain't gonna cut it. She's got an invisible dog. Victory! It's like unintentional hard mode where you can't see where her dog is and where she is most of the time. He's got, look at the animations though on her dress is amazing. And all the floozies they can handle and by running away. Oh, that was harsh. Like a sick buzz. Kusiyama. Ooh, Genjuro, my other big main. You're boring, die. Am I really boring, or is it just you don't know how to have fun? Oh no, it missed! Oh no, I couldn't have seen that coming. I totally did. Just falls off screen. Oh, I fell below the letterbox and I don't know what to do. But I know what I'm going to do. I've reached the end of the stream for tonight. I'm pretty beat up from doing a Bayonetta speedrun yesterday. So I'm probably going to take tomorrow off from streaming. I usually like to basically stream. I've been kind of doing it every day so far. It's kind of like all over the place, but I want to make it a little more uniform. But I will be back, probably not tomorrow, but let's see. Today is Tuesday from where I'm at in the United States. I'll be back on Thursday the 11th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know when that is, just type in or just copy and paste exactly what I have just posted into chat right now into Google, and it will tell you for wherever you are in the world what time that is. Gotta love Google. You can also check me out on Twitter if you feel like coming back to the stream. That's also awesome too. On Twitter, usually around, I'd say about 2 to 3 hours before I stream, usually I'll post up what I'll be streaming, confirming it, and also what I'll be playing as well, just to have an idea of what's going on. Also, if I need to cancel things, sometimes I'll put it in there as well. Like if I need to cancel a stream for whatever reason, just so you know exactly what's going on if you decide to come back, which is always welcomed and very cool. So next stream on Thursday, I'm trying to work myself back into doing more Bayonetta 2 speedruns. Now that I'm on stronger pain medication, my body's tolerating it a little bit better. So I might do that, because I want to hold off. I have ideas for playing actual physical console retro games, but I really want to hold off until I finally get my retro tank so I can play it on real hardware versus emulator, because that, for me, that's a big thing. Because I have a lot of games I want to do. Shinobi 3, Sonic 3, Super Nintendo I want to do Tales of Fantasia. I got a whole list of things I actually want to physically do on the actual system that I'm going to kind of hold off. So Thursday, let's just say it's going to be a Bayonetta 2 speedrun. We'll call that now. And yeah, that should be all good. Don't have anybody to host right now for the moment, but that's all good. Actually, let's host over to Big John. He's a cool dude. Speedrunner. Looks like he's doing Metroid 2 Return of Samus. So we will host him in just a moment. Before I go, Fico, who was here earlier today, Fico Executioner, thank you so much for chatting. I do appreciate it. Of course, lurkers are always welcomed too. But Fico is going to be part of the Speedy Fists marathon that's going to be going on pretty soon. He's going to be doing Ultra Street Fighter 4 as Zangief, and if you want to see him play one-handed, which I've seen him stream before, it's pretty cool. There's a couple there's a donation incentive. I need to find out what that is, so I'm going to try to make that happen, see if it's possible. But thanks for hanging out, and I will hopefully see you all next time for a Bayonetta 2 speedrun. Everyone, take care.